For 1,000 years, these walls protected an empire until 1453. On May 29, 1453, a city that had stood for more than 1,000 years fell in a single day. Its walls were breached, its defenders overwhelmed, and with it, the last remnant of the Roman Empire vanished from history. The fall of Constantinople was more than the capture of a city. It was the end of an era. Once the glittering capital of the Byzantine Empire, Constantinople had long been a bridge between East and West, a center of trade, faith, and culture unlike any other. When it fell to the Ottoman armies, the balance of power across Europe and the Middle East shifted forever. This was not just a military defeat. It was the final chapter of a slow collapse shaped by centuries of decline, internal division, and relentless pressure from rising powers. In this video, we will trace the events that led to that final moment, why Constantinople mattered, how Sultan Mehmed II prepared his assault, and how a desperate empire fought for its survival under its last emperor, Constantine XI. The fall of Constantinople did not simply close the Middle Ages. It helped create the modern world. To understand why Constantinople fell in 1453, we must first understand how far the Byzantine Empire had already fallen. Once the dominant power of the Mediterranean, the empire had spent centuries losing territory, wealth, and influence. By the 15th century, it was a shadow of its former self, its lands reduced, its economy strained, and its political authority weakened by constant internal struggles. One of the most devastating blows came in 1204 during the Fourth Crusade, when Western Crusaders sacked Constantinople itself. The city was looted, its population shattered, and a Latin empire imposed on its ruins. Although the Byzantines eventually reclaimed their capital, the damage was irreversible. The divide between Eastern Orthodoxy and Roman Catholicism deepened, leaving the empire increasingly isolated from potential allies in the West. Desperate to save what remained, emperors like John VIII Palaiologos sought reunification with the Catholic Church in hopes of military aid. But these efforts sparked resistance at home and skepticism abroad. Meanwhile, a new power was rising. The Ottoman Empire, expanding steadily across Anatolia and the Balkans, recognized Constantinople's immense strategic value. Surrounded and alone, the city stood as the final obstacle between the Ottomans and total regional dominance. In 1453, Sultan Mehmed II launched a carefully planned campaign to capture Constantinople once and for all. With an army of nearly 80,000 troops, the Ottomans brought overwhelming force to bear against a city defended by fewer than 7,000 soldiers. But numbers alone were not the decisive factor. Mehmed embraced new military technology. Massive cannons, most famously the Great Bombard, were deployed to pound the city's ancient walls. Beginning in April, the relentless artillery fire marked a revolution in siege warfare. Walls that had withstood centuries of attack began to crack and crumble under the force of gunpowder. Despite Constantinople's formidable defenses, the towering Theodosian walls and deep moats, the imbalance was clear. Emperor Constantine XI personally led the defense, rallying soldiers and civilians alike. Yet as the siege dragged on, supplies dwindled, exhaustion spread, and hope began to fade. Mehmed pressed the attack relentlessly, combining military precision with psychological pressure, determined to break the city's will as well as its walls. Before its final days, Constantinople remained one of the most extraordinary cities of the medieval world. Its location made it a vital hub of global trade, connecting Europe, Asia, and the Middle East. Merchants filled its markets with spices, silks, metals, and ideas from across continents, sustaining a city that thrived on exchange and diversity. Its population reflected this global character. Greeks, Armenians, Jews, and many others lived side by side, contributing to a rich cultural mosaic. Languages mixed in the streets, religious traditions coexisted, and daily life unfolded in a city shaped by centuries of imperial history. Architecturally, Constantinople was unmatched. The Hagia Sophia, with its vast dome and golden mosaics, stood as one of the greatest achievements of human engineering. The massive city walls symbolized imperial endurance, while landmarks like the Hippodrome and the Basilica Cistern revealed a civilization built on innovation and grandeur. Even in decline, Constantinople remained a symbol of civilization, making its fall all the more devastating. The final assault came at dawn on May 29, 1453. Mehmed II ordered a coordinated attack, combining infantry waves with artillery fire against weakened sections of the wall. As cannons thundered, Ottoman troops surged forward, exploiting every breach that had formed during weeks of bombardment. Inside the city, Emperor Constantine XI prepared for a last stand. With no reinforcements coming and no escape possible, the defenders fought with desperate resolve. Civilians prayed, soldiers held the line, and the streets echoed with the sounds of battle as fear and determination collided. By morning, the final defenses collapsed. Ottoman forces poured into Constantinople, overwhelming the remaining resistance. Emperor Constantine XI disappeared in the fighting, dying alongside his soldiers. With the fall of the city, the Byzantine Empire, last heir of Rome, came to an end. The immediate aftermath was brutal. Many citizens were killed, enslaved, or displaced as Ottoman forces secured the city. The Christian population now lived under Muslim rule, and while the Orthodox Church survived, it did so under the authority of the Sultan, forever altering its position in the world. For the Ottomans, the victory marked the beginning of imperial greatness. Constantinople became their capital, renamed Istanbul, and the empire expanded across Southeast Europe, the Middle East, and North Africa. The political balance of power shifted dramatically, challenging European kingdoms and reshaping alliances for centuries. The fall of Constantinople also transformed global trade, with the Ottomans controlling key land routes between Europe and Asia. European powers began searching for alternatives, setting the stage for the age of exploration. In this way, the city's fall helped propel the world toward global expansion and transformation. The fall of Constantinople remains one of history's great turning points. It symbolized the end of the Byzantine world and the rise of Ottoman dominance, redefining the borders and power structures of two continents. Historians continue to study it as a lesson in decline, resilience, and adaptation. Its cultural legacy endures as well. From literature and art to architecture and memory, the story of Constantinople has inspired generations. The Hagia Sophia, transformed yet preserved, stands as a powerful reminder of the city's layered past and the fusion of civilizations. Above all, the fall of Constantinople serves as a warning. Empires do not collapse overnight. They weaken slowly, often from within. Division, complacency, and failure to adapt can be as dangerous as any invading army. The fall of Constantinople in 1453 marked the end of the Byzantine Empire and the final disappearance of the Roman world. It reshaped geopolitics, redirected global trade, and helped usher in the modern age. Through decline, siege, conquest, and transformation, this single event altered the course of history. Its story reminds us that power is never permanent, and that the fate of even the greatest civilizations can hinge on a single moment. If you enjoyed this journey through one of history's most dramatic turning points, consider subscribing, liking, and sharing this video. Your support allows us to continue exploring the moments that shaped our world. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next chapter of history.